Straight line depreciation method. This is one of the historical or classical depreciation methods. It is still used, so don't think that historical or classical doesn't mean it is not used. It is used by IRS, so we're going to learn how to do that. So here is a simple situation where you can see that you bought a piece of equipment for $60,000. Cost basis is basically the total cost to acquire a piece of equipment, including the price of the equipment, the shipping, installment, everything included in there. So that's the total cost to acquire that piece of equipment. And then at the end of the useful life of 14 years, it will still have $12,000 market value. So how do we calculate that straight line method depreciation? Very simple. So the first thing we're going to do is basically we're going to create the period and then the depreciation charges and then a book value columns. So this is what you are expected to do when you ask this question in the exam. This is for 14 years. Any engineering economic analysis start with year 0 and then it goes all the way to year 14, like that. Now the depreciation formula is simple. In year 0, no depreciation. From next year, it's gonna be simply a straight line depreciation. So it's gonna be this minus that end of life market value. We're gonna freeze that because we'll be using that for all, same for all of the up to 14 years, and then this will freeze that as well. Close the parentheses, divide by the number of terms or year 14 years. So that's the yearly depreciation, and that's going to continue up to 14 years. One of the things that I would like to check is the total depreciation charges. Total depreciation charge. I will simply just sum of these just to double check that we did not claim more than what we spent it for. As you can see here, we have charges 48,000, which is basically 60 minus 12,000. So that's correct. So this is correctly calculated. Now blue book, the book value, not blue book, the book value is basically the whatever the cost of that piece of equipment or initial cost or cost basis minus the depreciation charge. And then next year it depreciated this much amount. So we're gonna design this formula like this, and then we can copy all the way down to get the book value of the piece of equipment. One of the mistakes that a student makes sometimes confuse this book value with market value. Book value is not the market value. It is used only for the tax purpose to calculate the depreciation. As you can see at the end, it is $12,000. So at year 14, you can sell it for $12,000. It has a market value of $12,000. So this is how you calculate the straight line depreciation charges. Basically, create the periods, and the depreciation is a simple straight line formula that you use, and then find the book value. Also double check that the total depreciation charge is correct by just basically summing all of them.